Hi there, Dave K here with Fin Skins First Feathers, and today we're super excited to talk to you about our MOAB, mother of all blowguns, that we've developed over a few years. It's chambered in 6.25 caliber. It's 7 feet long. It goes anywhere from 3.5 foot for beginners to 6 foot, all the way up to 7 foot for professionals and professional hunters. It has a significant amount of darts that it comes with, and other accessories that we've been working on for years. So we're excited to show it to you. So let's open up the box and find out what's inside. Okay, so let's open this up and see what we get inside. So we get the 3-blade metal darts, the 2-blade metal darts, a handle, a bag with accessories and other darts, a metal dart quiver, and then the tubes themselves. So there is a 2.5 foot pipe with the threaded connector attached to it, and 2 of the 3.5 foot pipes, also threaded at the end. And then one of the 3 pipes has the mouthpiece and a hand grip at the end of it. What you're going to want to do with these, in order to make the 3.5 footer, of course, you're just going to unscrew the threaded connector, put it on the end of the connector, on the end of the pipe that has the mouthpiece on it, and you're ready with your 3.5 footer. It actually makes almost a 4 foot blowgun when you add this piece to it, although the diameter of this threaded connector is a little bit bigger, slightly bigger than the inner diameter of the 3 foot pipe itself. And then from there you just add additional pipes. So if you want to make it a 6 foot, you add the 3.5 foot with the mouthpiece to the 2.5 foot and you get 6 feet. And then if you want to go even longer, which is the one that I like to shoot out of, you take the 3.5 foot pipe, screw it or thread it into the other end of the connector with the 3.5 foot, and you get 7 feet. Okay, so let's talk about the accessories that the gun comes with. So first let's talk about the grip and the mouthpiece that comes on one of the 3 foot sections of pipe. So regarding the grip, we made it a soft grip on this, a soft pliable grip, and that way what happens is if your hand gets sweaty or the grip actually gets wet, you have something to lock onto. It doesn't slide off easily. Then we also wanted it to be pliable so that you could stick a neodymium magnet, if you so choose, underneath the grip itself, all the way up underneath it. And I actually stack 2 on top of it. So what happens is when you stick a dart in there, the metal of the dart will actually stick to the magnet on the inside of the barrel. So that way it allows you to shoot straight down any direction you choose. But it's a great added feature. These don't come with it, but I would recommend getting them. They're cheap enough on Amazon. And again, they just slide straight underneath this grip right here. And you can stack them all the way up to the end if you'd like. The other thing is the mouthpiece itself. This is a soft touch, or a soft pliable, soft touch rubber that we came with. Here's one that I have off of a gun. So you see it's a round shape, different than what is out there in the market right now. And what round does is when you're ready to take your shot and you're actually going to exhale, what you're doing is you're actually making a circle with your lips. So that way you avoid the loss of any power going through the tube and out the muzzle of the gun. We have it concave in the middle here so that it actually gives you good lip lock on all sides. It has a flat side right here that allows it, so if it is on a flat surface, it actually locks in one place, so that way it stops or helps avoid the gun rolling away with a circle mouthpiece. And then on the inside of it, we have it actually funneled in. It's actually a larger entrance here, so that a dart you can find the entrance of the gun easier. And then there's also a 4 anti-inhalation tabs on the inside there, so that once you push the dart cone past those inhalation cone tabs, it won't easily get sucked back in if you accidentally forget to inhale incorrectly on the gun. Okay, so let's talk about the handle that the gun comes with. So This handle, we designed it to be mounted two different ways, either more of a traditional way like a pistol grip, or actually upside down so that you could mount it underneath for an underneath grip on the barrel. So it quickly attaches to the barrel of the gun and then quickly removes from it. So this would be an instinctual grip, or the more pistol style grip. We designed it so that actually your thumb and your index finger are right along the barrel itself, so that helps you when you're instinctual shooting. Kind of like when you're shooting a traditional bow instinctually, you want to get your hand as close as you can to the arrow rest or the arrow shelf, and it helps you with your accuracy. The same concept with this. You can actually almost, in this position, you can almost at closer targets point directly at your target and be hitting it, just because you're so familiar with pointing at things in your everyday life. It's the same concept with this. It doesn't work when you're shooting at further distances, but you can use the sight that's included with this in order to get those. But so this is the instinctual grip, and this is the under barrel grip. So it just gives you a little more real estate to hold your hands to comfortably on the gun. For me, I've got decent sized hands and it's a little uncomfortable when you're grabbing the smaller tube. This just gives you a little bit more to hold on to. Then we also have on here, you see the 4 balls here. You could leave them on or you can remove them if you want. We wanted to add them on there. The gun, the mount holds firmly to the gun, but if you want to lock it in for a more permanent design, you just put one of the included rubber bands on there, wrap it around, and attach it to another one, and it locks it actually extremely firmly in place. And then the last feature we designed into this is sometimes I like to shoot with nothing on my gun, and I want to keep all my stuff together. So what this does is it actually works with all the other quivers that you might have on the gun. So it mounts your quivers to it, and you can keep all your stuff organized and together in one spot. We also included you could use it for a waistband if you wanted to, or another mount on the side here so that you could hang it on a hook on the wall, again on your waistband, anything like that. But then all this stuff comes off super easily, and again, mounts quickly to the gun for 2 different style grips. And that's the handle. Okay, so the MOAB comes with 2 different style quivers. So a large diameter quiver, and then for metal darts and a smaller diameter quiver. They're both meant to quickly attach to the gun and then just as easily come off. There's a bunch of features to each one of these, so I'm going to discuss this one first. So again, it mounts to it quickly, and this is going to be for the larger diameter dart. So that's going to be our javelin bamboo dart and our bomb stun dart. They both mount in there. This is 6 mounts for the stun dart and 7 for the javelin bamboo. And then it has an opening here. This opening serves obviously to lock it onto the gun, but also so that you have a clear line of sight. If you're shooting with this alone on there, you have a clear line of sight from the breech all the way to the muzzle of the gun. So if you were to be aiming, it helps. It's extremely helpful to see all the way down the barrel of the gun. And then the other one is, this is for the metal darts and smaller diameter darts. Again, mounts quickly to it. We designed this with another feature. So not only is it meant to not obscure one side of the gun, so you can see straight down the gun if you were to have it mounted to the gun, so there's nothing in your way for looking down the barrel, but also it has a groove in here so that you can put 2 segments of gun together. And what I do when you've probably gone on fishing trips before, or even blowgun hunting trips, where you got a long gun and either they fumble around if you have them disconnected, or you got to have them secured some way. Well, this secures it in there really tightly, and then I wrap around another bungee on top of it. And it's secured to it and comes off easily, and then you're ready to go again. But some features of this are, first off, it mounts all the common darts that are in the market currently today. So everything from our carbon fiber dart to our 3-blade dart to more common darts, common style darts out there that I'm sure you're all familiar with, and even the thicker 3mm shaft darts, it'll mount them all. But it also, similarly to the handle, has the securing balls on the back of it. So again, you would put this onto the gun, and with the included rubber bands, you just wrap it around and attach it to the other one. It also has a set up on top where the darts are actually mounted in, and what that does is it just holds them in tighter so that you don't have any loose darts that pop out at any time, or for quicker use when you're actually shooting. So what it'll do is get that down there. It actually holds them in, so even this dart you can see is not in. It holds them in so they don't fall out easily if you were to bump it or something like that. But then they come out, go right back in just as easily as they came out. And then it also has a feature where it stands up. I like to take mine off of the gun and actually shoot with it not on there, it's not mounted. And so I just like to put my darts in there. I use it actually to keep myself organized, and I just put them on a shelf and shoot with it that way. So the last accessory we're going to talk about is our sight that comes with the MOAB set. It snaps on quickly onto the barrel, just like all the other accessories that we have. We have actually a video on there on our web channel that will discuss this in further and actually explain how you use it. But basically what you do is for distance in or closer distances or further distances, you would either slide this further or towards the breech or towards the muzzle, and then again you would rotate your pins based on the distances as well. But this is an accessory that comes with it. If you haven't tried them, I would highly recommend trying it out, especially when you get to longer distances, or if you haven't shot in a while. If you just marked your gun, you can immediately pick up where you left off very quickly and identify what your distances are for shooting really quickly. But another awesome product, or another awesome accessory that comes with your MOAB. So let's talk about the darts now that come with the MOAB blowgun kit. There's going to be 10 of the javelin bamboo darts that come with it, 10 of the bomb style stun darts that come with it, 10 of the 2-blade metal darts that come with it, and then 10 of the 3-blade metal darts that come with it. The the bamboo javelin and the bomb dart are in this package here, along with the cones, as well as the cones for the 3-blade and the 2-blade darts. So how you put them together is simple. It's just like any other dart out there. You're gonna just take your cone, and whichever one correlates or coincides with your dart. So you're gonna take the yellow cones for the bomb style stun dart and the yellow cones for the javelin bamboo dart, and it mounts directly to the back of it. And you're gonna do the same thing for the metal darts. Be careful when taking these out of the packaging. They are extremely sharp, so you just tilt it over and kind of shake them out of there. Then you can get to your darts without stabbing yourself. And they just actually mount directly in there as well. Also, regarding the metal darts, if you find that you want to secure the cone better to the back of the dart so that it doesn't easily come off, you have a couple options. You could take a little piece of Scotch tape and you just put it on the back of your dart and then slide it in there. That will give you a firm fit on it. Or what I do is I actually grab a drill and put an extra cone into the chuck of the drill, and then stick the tip of the dart into it, and then with another cone on the back of it, you just give it a quick spin on the drill and it seats down tightly into the cone. Also, if you want a permanent installation of the cone on the dart, you can put a little dab of super glue on the bottom of it and then stick it in there, and you'll be ready to go. So when designing the MOAB, we put the 3 different lengths in there, the 3.5 foot, the 6 foot, and the 7 foot, because there's everybody from beginners all the way to professional hunters who would like to get into blowgunning, and this is a great kit to get them into it. For example, I shoot the 7 foot gun, and that's almost exclusively what I shoot. Which one do you like to shoot?
3.5 footer.
Why do you like to shoot the 3.5 footer?
Because it's my length.
It's a good length for you?
Yeah.
Right. And how about you? What do you like to shoot?
6 footer, because it's more power and it's more accurate.
Awesome. And which is your favorite dart to shoot?
My favorite dart is the blunt.
This one here?
Yeah.
Why do you like to shoot it?
Because I can shoot lizards with it to feed my bass.
Awesome. And how about you? Which is your favorite dart?
Probably the bamboo, because
This one here?
yeah, because of the really how accurate it is, how far it can shoot, and what I can kill with it, like lizards and dragonflies to feed my bass and betas.
Awesome. Do you recommend the MOAB?
Yes.
Do you recommend the MOAB?
Yeah.
There you have it. The experts recommend it.